So, child of God, I'm talking about that ancient door. That ancient door may be in your marriage. It may be the problem you are passing in marriage. It may be the problem. Your son, your daughter may be the ancient door you are facing, you are passing through. There's some advice. If you want to give your son or your servant, it may not be in the afternoon or in the morning. There's some advice. If you want to give it to your son, not all problem need prayer. There's a problem that need a special advice. There's a problem that need an intention for you. The way you communicate with your children, the way you communicate with your workers, the way you communicate with your husband or your wife, that there's some case you need to handle through experience. There's some case you need to handle through prayer. Now, the issue or the question is, do you know what you are passing through? Do you know the outcome of that case? Do you know what the cause of the problem? There's some problem, there's some case. You don't need anger. You need to bring yourself down. Hear me. Whether you are chief, you are pastor, you are a priest. You are a priest. Hear me, hear me. You are reverend father, you are reverend, you are deacon or deaconess. You have been in the church, you are pastor or evangelist. Hear me. He ended in your church, not in your family. I don't know whether I want you to follow me to my own direction, to my own view. I said that reverend father is not in your mother's. When you see your mother, you are sitting there, Mecca or Nandi. Your reverend father ended in the church. She's the one that gave birth to you. Your father, he's the one that impregnated your mother before she gave birth to you. Your father still remain your father. Your pastor or your reverend father ended in the church, in your congregation, not in your family. You may not believe this, you may believe it. But my duty is to tell the truth. Yeah. If you like, take it. If you like. Why I'm saying this? A lot of people are causing a lot of problem in the family. And you think that is the kingdom of darkness that causes the problem. But you are the one that caused the problem in your family. You are raining the allegation in the kingdom of darkness. No. Not every problem that the kingdom of darkness causes. You can see and a pastor, you move to the stage in a program, Brian the say cripple walk, don't speak, and when you come into your family and they want your wife to bow down, serve you, or your father or your mother to bow down to you, as the congregation are doing, no. Maybe anytime I will have a chance like this, I will see go deep to this particular message. And sometimes, where ministers are causing a lot of problem in our family, in our church. In a church, you are a leader of the church. And that leader ended in the church. When you come back to your family, respect your father, respect your mother, respect your wife. Your children too need respect. Your families need respect. They will respect you. But your family need respect as a leader, as a pastor, as a priest, deacon or deaconess. Hear me. In this particular message, I want to tell you the real truth. There's no way you will make it in the ministry without moving peace with your family. Because your family is the first intercessor that will back you before going out. Whether you are a native doctor and you are not in peace with your family, hear me, outside battle will swallow you. Yeah, outside battle will swallow you. I know many people may misunderstand me in this particular message, but I want to tell the reality. Bible says in the book of John chapter 8 verse 32, you shall know the truth and the truth will set you free. I'm telling you the original truth. It's all happier. But the real message of God I'm giving you. Forget about the prophecy you are expecting. This is the original prophecy. You need in your life. You need in your ministry. You need in your marriage, in your office, in your business. So ancient door You may see it in one direction as a spiritual thing. You may see it in another direction as a physical thing. Depends on your case, the case you are facing through. So as you are hearing the sound of my voice, today is the first Sunday in the month of the March, and the second day in the month of the March. As you are hearing the sound of my voice, in this particular message, I want to talk to you direct as my best friend, as the body of Christ all over the world. You need to change your mentality in a ministry. Never you the mentality of the ministry come into your family. Never you mentality of the ministry come into your marriage. No. Never you use mentality of the ministry come into your children. No. The experience you used to handle demon in a ministry is not the experience you used to handle your family, your marriage. God is a spirit, and God is everywhere. If you can be peace with your family, there's a lot of ancient case you will handle without suffering yourself, without threatening yourself. But in this particular way, I want to talk about an intercessor. Intercessor is somebody have already abandoned himself. An intercessor, there's a different intercessors. There's an intercessor for the nation. There's an intercessor for the church. There's an intercessor for a particular case. There's an intercessor for a family. Depends the kind of intercessor or intercede you are facing in that particular moment. There's some case, if you want to handle it, you need to go out to the desert where you can stay alone without any distraction and begin to go deep in that particular case. There's a case you need to shock your body. You need to shock your flesh before going to that case. There's a case you need to be in a room without distraction. You need to take in the case one by one. There's a case, if you want to handle it, you need 2 or 3 people that will join you in that particular program to handle that case. It may be the case of the family. It may be the case of the business. It may be the case of the marriage. It may be the case of the company. It may be the case of the church. It may be the case of somebody that looking for the fruit of the womb. It may be the case, the family that suffering from the premature death or mental case or some sickness, I call it the lineage sickness, a pattern, family pattern. Depends the case and the experience you have in that particular area. Hear me. That you are a pastor, a priest, doesn't mean that you have the key or the authority to handle every ministry. No. There's a particular ministry you come for, you call for. You may come, your gift of the ministry may be when you speak to a sick person, you receive healing. The gift of your ministry may be you may speak to a blind person or cripple, a walk. Doesn't mean that you have a gift to handle a case of the family pattern. No. Doesn't mean that you can speak to somebody that possessed with evil spirit, he be free. No. And because that you are a leader in the ministry, you need to partner with the people that have different gifts to assist you in your own gift to make things happen. An intercessor is not somebody you can see anytime you want to see it. An intercessor is just like a transformer that pass light to many wires. What you are seeing steady is the wires or the bulb in your family. But there are some people that live in some area. They don't even know the transformer that give them light. But when light come, they will make noise, they will enjoy the light. But one single day, they never go closer to the transformer that passing the light to the wire to the yard, to the family. That is how an intercessor works. There's an intercessor that is praying for the church. You never see the intercessor for one single day. But this is happening in the church. But for one single day, you never see the intercessor